To this week's Ask Anything with Pastor Josiah. I'm Michael Campbell. I'm the pastor here, Children's Ministry at the Middleburg Heights campus. And this is Josiah Stumbo at the Olmsted Falls campus. So we are excited to officially get back to doing Ask Anything back into the normal routine, but feel free to comment below anything that you want to ask us on the fly, and we would be more than willing to answer. But any announcements from you, Josiah?
I don't think so. No.
I know we have church, Lord willing, opening up, in the next few weeks, which would be really exciting at Olmsted Falls and Middleburg Heights, and working out the logistics of that. But it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a soft open, Lord willing, at both campuses. So be on the lookout for that. Pastor Jonathan has already sent some stuff out, but very exciting that we are starting to look like a physical church again, even though we know that our church has not stopped. Ministry and mission have not stopped. And Lord willing, you as a family have been progressing in the meantime in your walk with Jesus, and still, reaching out and sharing the gospel and everything. So a lot of good things coming up. But other than that, no announcements that we won't get into at least a little bit. So you ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right, buddy. Let me know if anything comes in. And as always, if there's something that comes in, you get top priority. So we'll answer you right away. So one of the questions that came in last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, is where are we before we are born? Where are we before we are born? I can take that one.
All right. Waiting to see if you'd volunteer.
Oh, yeah. So 1 Corinthians says it's the spiritual, comes after the natural. So before we were born, we were nothing. We were knitted in our mother's womb. Psalm 139 says that. So we were nothing. We were born naturally, and then spiritual life comes after that.
Yeah, that's good. So we're not eternal like God is. So we have a beginning point. God doesn't, but we do. So we were in the mind of God far before we were actually created. We were an idea in his head, but nothing real until we were in our mother's womb. Good. Yeah, great.
Sweet. And that actually goes with the second question. I'll let you keep on going because you were killing it. The second question is, where is God?
Where is God? Cool question. I think there's a lot of ways to answer it. The first and easiest way is everywhere. God is everywhere. He it's called omnipresent, that there's nowhere you can go where God is not. Is it Psalm 30? Which one is it? Where could I go to flee from your presence? 34, 33? Somebody could look it up and get a bonus point. But yeah, so God's everywhere. The Bible talks about his glory being in specific places at specific times. So in the Old Testament, his glory would be in the temple or the tabernacle in the most holy place. And then when Jesus died on the cross, that glory of God, the presence of God in a really beautiful, specific way, is actually living in our hearts now as believers. We are the temple of the Holy Spirit. So in a really special way, God is living inside of believers. And then in one place, he is actually wrapped in skin, and he's human, and that's in the body of Jesus. And so when Jesus was walking on earth, God was in Jerusalem in that really cool way where he was specifically in a human body. And now God is in that human body in heaven on the throne. So that's a few ways to answer that question. He's everywhere, though. I could have given a one-word answer.
I would say the same thing, just to keep it going. God is everywhere, like you said, omnipresent, but he is not everything. And that's kind of like, he is not the chair that I'm sitting on, but he is everywhere all at once. And he presents himself in bodily form, incarnate in flesh through the person of Jesus. On Mount Sinai, he reveals his back to Moses, and Moses can't even handle it. There's a glory and a shining that happens to Moses after that. So we couldn't even fathom what God's holiness is. But where is God? He is everywhere. He's eternal. I don't want to go over we are linear and God is outside of linear time, certainly, but he's always existed and he's everywhere at all at once. That's what we got. Good question. That came from a 3-year-old.
Wow. I love it.
Props to you, 3-year-old. Shout out to Lincoln. Okay. And now, here it gets funny again. Are M&Ms considered a candy bar?
Wow.
I have strong feelings about this one, so I'll let you go first.
You do? I don't. I don't have strong. I could be convinced either way. I feel like this is a harder question than where is God?
Definitely, yeah. I don't. So I'm caught up on the bar part because you have. So my favorite candy is just like a plain Hershey bar.
Yep.
And then there's like Hershey bars where you could put M&Ms in it. So like I would consider that a candy bar. So my answer is no. M&Ms are not a candy bar.
Just because they're too small?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way too, like it's not a bar. If anything, it could be a candy circle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm convinced. I agree. That's the answer.
I could probably be swayed, but the next one is also with candy. I love these questions. White chocolate bars or dark chocolate bars?
Ooh, if you're talking about a chocolate bar, I would say a milk chocolate. So I guess if my only two options were white chocolate or like actual dark chocolate, I would say probably white chocolate, but milk chocolate. So put them both together and mix them around and make it into milk chocolate. What about you?
Definitely milk chocolate's my favorite. But if I were given the two, I'm going dark. I don't like the taste of white chocolate, like the cookies and cream bars. I'm not a fan of. I just can't do that. It's my wife's favorite, but not me. I can't do that. All right. Getting into ministry came in earlier. This is a fun one. I could probably answer this one specifically regarding kids ministry, but it says, will there be Grace Kids Ministry in person during the rest of 2020?
Will there?
So this is definitely a hot topic that we're all just eager. We want to get in the building as much as we can. We love the community aspect. Hopefully is my answer. So right now, we are taking it week by week and assessing the safety and health of our church as a whole. Something that we are planning on doing is eventually getting family integrated worship to start the process going. E-groups is the first step in that process for us in Grace Kids. So to answer your question, if we will be in person in 2020, we don't know. There are churches our size that have closed for the entire year. We haven't gone there yet because we want to meet, and we don't want to be so rash about it, just saying everyone can meet. Who cares about any health standards? We don't want to play either extreme. So we're taking it week by week. Hopefully we do meet in person soon for the kids ministry, but the kids ministry is a little bit dicier because they're harder, to keep boundaries on. We have ideas and plans in place, so be assured that we are working really hard to make this happen, but nothing yet.
Cool. Yep.
Sorry if that's disappointing for some, but trust me, we are trying as hard as we can to make sure we stay as a family and as a church, and that you are still encouraged and lifted up in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Next question that came up. So this is I was teasing this one a little bit, but how can volunteers assist during this time? Is there any ways that they can help you specifically, Josiah?
Over here, keep praying for the kids, especially if you've been a kids ministry volunteer. Make some time to just set aside and pray for the students that you know and their families. That's the best, easiest, safest right now, because I can't think of much else, but you might have an idea or two. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So what we're doing for Grace Kids, we're in the process, and honestly, we're only a few weeks out of doing small groups. So not like the small groups that are typically for like the adults in our church, but like classrooms. So we are working on templates and everything to be able to get a specific age group, 0 to 2, the preteens, the lower elementary together in one Zoom call if you will. And then having breakouts from there. So we'd be able to have the Grace Kids staff in those meetings, as well as some of the, key volunteers. If you're watching this, we'd love to be able to put you in those positions too, to be able to lead the kids and get to see them a little bit more too. So one thing that we're doing is those small groups that would, just to connect a little bit, regarding the Gospel Project lesson and teaching it and just interacting. So also be on the lookout for that. That's coming up soon. So
awesome.
We want you to get involved too, but there's a lot of stuff that we're jumping through. So
we are so grateful for you volunteers, and thank you for being so patient over this time. I know like you love kids and you just wish you could be serving them, and we wish you could be too, and that day will come.
Yeah.
Michael, I got time for one more question.
All right. Anybody else come in?
Nope.
Okay, cool. We'll make this one quick. It's because I feel like we get this question every week. It's, do you think there are objects in heaven, chairs, buildings, things we can touch and see? Or is it more of like the spiritual, like we don't need clothes, foods, couches, anything like that, and we're just a soul? So succinctly answer that in 30 seconds, Josiah.
All right. Some of the images that we have in the book of Revelation and other parts of the Bible do talk about physical things. They talk about trees and rivers and streams, and I don't think that's all just metaphorical. Jesus actually rose with a physical body, and now he's up there with the physical body and says we, like him, will also rise. And so we're going to have physical bodies. We're going to enjoy touching things and feeling things. And so, yeah, heaven is going to be full of pleasures and even physical pleasures.
That's right. And he's going to prepare a place for us that's even greater than we can imagine. So that's it for this week. That was we had a shorter time, but keep on sending in your questions. Again, the more questions we have, the more content we have. So we miss you. Like Josiah said, we are so grateful for you and your patience and your love for this church and the families involved. But thank you so much. Till next week. Take care.
Bye.
Woo!